Hello, everyone. We have Anusha today with us. And Anusha, in two sentences, what was your business idea and how does it help the world?
So I'm a virtual assistant slash business assistant, however you want to call it.
Mhm.
And I'm helping freelancers, solopreneurs, basically anyone who's having like their own business, and I'm helping them run it. So I'm like their right hand at the business. So anything they need, they don't like, they hate, they don't want to focus on, I
Mhm.
take care of. And that's how I think I help the world.
And what was the moment when it went from the idea in your mind to that breakthrough? Okay, let's make it a business. What was that moment, a person? What was the trigger?
Yes, so I was working before I went freelancing and went solo. I was working in a startup as a
Mhm.
operations and marketing manager. Then the startup ended, like they didn't get another series of funding, and I was like, okay, now it's the time. Like I either like find a new job or like I finally start doing my own freelance thing.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay. And then I took like half year off to think about it. Like,
Mhm.
what do I want to do? And I was like, everyone was telling me, like, you need to be niche. You need to be, I don't know, like copywriter for newsletters. You need to be like super niche, like to, be good at like freelancing or like have a good idea, and find the clients. And I was like, nothing fit, because I'm a generalist by heart. Like I do a bunch of stuff. I like to do different things, and I was
Mhm.
never like really a specialist focusing on just one thing, I like the whole aspect of entrepreneurship and building a business, so I was like, fifth at the fifth month, I was like, okay, I don't have enough money on the side anymore. I need to start figuring out what I'm gonna do. And
Mhm.
then by chance, I saw one girl that she was mentioning that she's a virtual assistant, and I was like, oh my god, that's it, that's it. Like that's like if generalist, like if someone is like professional generalist, that's like virtual assistant. And I was like, that's it. And then I figured it out and I was okay, this is my name, this is what I do, and I'm gonna be start helping like anyone with everything as long as they need me. And then I started like with reaching out and getting first clients, and in month and a half I was fully booked. Yeah.
So, how did you start? Was it hard?
It was so hard. Like the first post that I needed to write on LinkedIn, that I needed to show to the world what I'm doing. Like I was retyping it for 14 days. Like for 14 days it was in my drafts. Like every time when I went to it, like I was, no, it's not good. And like when I first published it, I was like, oh, I needed to go to the toilet because like I was so scared. Like, but I guess you get used to it. And also like I was either like I post it and maybe I get something out of it, or like I'm out of money in a month and a half. Like, I need to do it, I guess I needed some push, but then like with every other post it became easier,
Mhm. Mhm.
and like that actual first post, when I read it now, like I think it's cringe, like what I was writing, but
Mhm.
like I needed to start somewhere, and that first post got me like two clients, which was crazy for me at the time. But it wasn't just that post. I also like sit down and like I send it at least like 350 DMs with people I already knew.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm Anusha. Just so you know, I'm doing this. Do you maybe need this? Or do you know someone who needs it?
Mhm.
And that was hard. And
I
that,
know.
that was even the beginning, because then I needed to go on a calls and I didn't know how to run the calls, So
Mhm.
the first calls were also like horrible when I look back then, Like my voice was shaking, I wasn't confident, But with each call, it gets easier, You get more confident, you know how to explain what you do, and it gets easier, But like I realized like because at the beginning when I started, I was like, okay, like first DMs and first calls, and then you're over and then you're good, nothing. challenging anymore, and then you figure it out that like there's always something that you need to get over it.
Mhm.
It just like you get a bit used to it a bit more, and it gets a little bit easier. You just accept it that you need to do it.
So, if you would change something or advise somebody else who would go into your steps or do the same that you're doing, uh, what would you do different, or what would you say to them? How to start?
I would start earlier. I wouldn't wait 14 days. I wouldn't wait for everything to be perfect, because
Mhm.
like nothing is perfect. It's like I think this is like a lot of people have, also me, like you think that it needs to be perfect when you're starting things out.
Mhm.
It's never going to be perfect. It's a naive thought. Like you cannot be master the first time you're trying something. You need
Mhm.
to put the reps in, you need to test it out, you need to try it out, and you need to repeat it. And with repetition, you're gonna get better.
Yeah.
So, like, this mindset that, oh, it needs to be perfect before I go out, before I show to people, before I tell them what I'm doing. I would get rid of that mindset and just go. And I would start with. I would start with the easiest thing, like contacting people you already know.
Mhm.
Start with your mom, start with your cousins, sisters, like friends. It's gonna be the easiest ways to tell them what
Mhm.
you're doing. And
Mhm.
then you get this feedback loop, because you get like they give you a positive, feedback. Oh, so nice, you're doing that. Yes, of course. Maybe I know someone. And you get a positive feedback loop, you get a bit confident, and then you can start, with I don't know, ex coworkers. And then after that, like, you can go to bigger fish, like you can go like to people you admire and you're scared.
Mhm.
Yeah, that I think that would be the most one, like just start earlier and stop with this mindset that everything needs to be perfect, like no one is doing that.
Yes, because I think that you are capable today. You are capable more than yesterday, and tomorrow you'll be capable and better than you are today. So you're never this at this perfect level that you expect. You will always upgrade if you do the things. So you say you get positive feedback even in Slovenia.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah, I did. I mean, it's still let me let me it's still in Slovenia. It's like I had like really good clients, and like also like I'm mentoring like young women who want to become virtual assistants. Um I have amazing clients, but if I talk about clients in Slovenia, they're a bit more reserved with letting it go and
Hmm.
delegating things, because I think it's like I can see it also in myself sometimes. It's hard to let it go. Like we need to do everything by ourselves.
Yeah,
So it's a bit harder in Slovenia when you go, and it's also I think it's new thing in Slovenia. That's not like really common thing. Like
yeah.
when I talk to most of the people, they don't know what virtual assistant means.
Mhm.
And if you go to UK and America, that's already like for 10 years. So my clients from Europe, from America, that's like usual for them. They already have few assistants. Like I don't need to explain them how it's gonna work. In Slovenia, it takes a little bit more, to start with simpler tasks, like at the basics, and like build the trust slowly, so people can let it go slowly and start delegating stuff.
Right. So, but if I would be, I am from Slovenia and I want to become virtual assistant, I could go in school to you and you will help me with these first steps and go through this mindset and all the restrictions that I have in my head that don't serve anything. And how does it look like?
So yeah, I'm finishing the beta cohort for the beginners virtual assistant class. Yeah, cohort. So I wanted to like shorten this process of getting the first client,
Mhm.
and we go through like finding, because like I think that if you go on the road to become a freelancer, to have your own business, I'm a firm believer that you need to do stuff that you like to do. So I'm
Mhm.
always I'm always going, like with my mentees, we always go and try to find the skills that they already have, that they've
Mhm.
been doing, like, because there are a lot of transferable skills that you have. You
Mhm.
don't need to work online to have skills in administration, in customer support, in like solving problems. You
Mhm.
can do that like in office before. So we go there and we find the skills that they love to do, and we build from there. We build the first offer, and
Mhm.
then we go through the mindset, like that. Nothing it needs to be perfect. You need to go out, you need to start talking with people. And as I mentioned, I give them like they get a task, contact 50 people. Like, start with your family. And 50 is nothing if you ask me.
Don't
I
don't
started
scare,
with
don't scare
350.
them at the beginning right now.
No, but I mean, also like what I got the feedback from them, it's like that they, because we go with models. We
Mhm.
go each step, and I'm opening each model each week. So we first you figure it out what you like to do, then we build offer, then we start um, listing out the people who would be potential to talk about. Then I show you how to talk with them. I give you the templates, like how to send for the first DMs, because it's scary. It's
Yeah.
scary how to write first DM. No one wants to do it. Then we go through that. Then I show you the template, like how to go on a first call and how to talk there. How to not be salesy and not sell yourself, but actually like listen, because that's the point of the first call with the potential client that you have, that you listen and you figure it out what's their problem. Not to
Mhm.
go on a call and have a 40 minutes presentation pitch deck that you have, like that's not the point.
Yeah.
When you finish that, when you get over your first call, I give you the templates for how to onboard them, what I usually go through, like all the things that you need, like how to share the passwords, how to hand them by, like hold them by the hand, your client, and show them, how to do this stuff. Also, I share like templates, like contracts and all this stuff. So your way to the first client, it's way shorter than mine was.
And how long does it take, and how much the investment of energy and time from their side is needed to do that?
So the whole cohort is 6 weeks, but you also get lifetime access to our Discord community that I have. So I'm always going to be available. I'm like, look, if you have an answer, even after the cohort ends, like I'm always there. Like, send it to me. Like, I have a problem that they're not asking as many questions as I would like. I
I
need
know.
to, please ask me questions. Like, I'm here, I can help you.
Mm.
But yeah, 6 weeks, and I advise, it depends. It depends on your lifestyle and how much time you have. But like when I was starting, and I always explain that when I was starting, I put like 8 to 10 hours per day. But then also like I got like full-time clients in 1 month and a half. But
Mhm.
that doesn't need to be real. It's not realistic for you if you have like a job. You're
Mhm.
gonna put like 2 hours per day extra. So it
Mhm.
depends like how fast you want to go. Because
Mhm.
I have, for example, I have my mentees who are like during the 4 weeks, not even six, like, but in first 4 weeks, they already get two clients.
Mhm.
And then like I have another mentees that like they have a job, they have kids, they're taking a bit slower. They
Yeah.
don't have enough time, but it's okay. It's okay because like I can help them also like after 6 weeks. They have modules, they can also go back and rewatch the things, and they have also lifetime access to all the theory and everything behind it.
Excellent. And what's the money investment of
So
this?
yeah, it's 499. You can pay also in two installments if you want.
Mhm.
But yeah. In this, you get a Discord community. We have also weekly live calls where we go through the topic of the week. You can answer, you can ask me questions. You get all my templates, like all the checklists, the contracts, everything, and also one-on-one session with me. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever in these 6 weeks you feel, I mean, I advise usually maybe more at the end, when you already have like when you're building your first portfolio or like first business one pager, when you're building, maybe like book a call then, and we can go and work like on one-on-one and
Mm-hmm.
find and solve your problems directly.
Mm-hmm. Right. And how much can they charge so that we put this into perspective? Or how much do they usually charge for
Yes,
being a virtual assistant?
this is also one module, like how to set up your pricing, and I always, because what I did at the beginning, I was charging 15 euros per hour. And to be a freelancer in Slovenia, that's not something you can afford. That
Mm-hmm.
was way too low.
Mm-hmm.
And I also teach them like, if everyone is saying yes to your price is too low. There
Yeah.
must be at least 30% of people saying no, so
Mm-hmm.
that you know that you're in a sweet spot and you're a right price.
Mm-hmm.
So we go in the model of pricing, we go and I teach them how they calculate first like their own expenses, life expenses, then like expenses that you have with running business, with the tools you have, with the also like you need to include here also like the your knowledge and learning that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And then we look at it like how much time you have per week,
Mm-hmm.
and then from that time you need to take at least 30% or 50, and you work on, then that time you take and you work on your own business. Because I did like the first time, like when I was starting out, I was thinking like, yeah, like 95% of the time I'm gonna have like client work and 5% I'm gonna work on business. Yeah, well, that's not gonna happen. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm helping others do this thing, and then I expect I'm gonna do it in 5% of my time. That's not realistic, because you need to do the marketing, send the invoices, talk with clients, like you need to spend at least 30 to 50% of your time on your own business. So we then calculate like how many hours you have per month, and we get to the number like how much you can charge.
Mm-hmm.
Then that depends, like, but usually like virtual assistants, like especially in Slovenia and in Europe, charge anything from 20 euros to 50, 70, 80 euros. Depends also like on specialty, what tools you use, like how complex things you're doing, and also like what kind of work you do, because if you do like, for example, I don't know, like clean the inbox and like just do the spreadsheets and basic data organization, the price is going to be lower than if you like run like complicated sales funnel and build the marketing strategy and help them out with everything, and build them their own business. So it depends, like.
So, and how? What are the best clients for virtual assistants uh, by your experience?
The ones who are willing to delegate and have help. I mean it, because like what I see with a lot of women that come to my course, they all think like, okay, virtual assistant, they're just doing administrative things or just marketing. And that's not true. I'm like, basically, virtual assistant, it's like generalists who help businesses online, and that can be anything. You can help like fitness influencers and help them. You can also go like to your hairdresser. She hates doing admin, she hates doing like ordering stuff online. You can take that from her. And also, like, I'm explaining this to a lot of like, there's such a potential in Slovenia. All the like plumbers and electricians. They hate doing stuff on the computer, like sending offers, replying to emails. And it's so hard to get an electrician on a phone and email in Slovenia. you can go there and help them, and
Mhm.
that's a virtual assistant for plumbers in Slovenia, and you're going to be the only one. No one is doing that.
Mhm.
So, like, the world is your oyster. As
Mhm.
long as you're solving problem and helping someone with their business online, of course, not in person, you
Mhm.
can be like a virtual assistant. If you ask me, that's also like my definition of it.
So, what surprised you the most in this entrepreneurial journey, in good or in bad way?
Yeah, maybe the stuff that like the challenges are never gonna end, you just need to get used to it.
Mhm.
It's never like there's never gonna be like an yeah, some things, like some aspects, you're gonna get used to it, it's gonna get easier, but then you're gonna get to another level and you're gonna have different problems.
Mhm.
And it's gonna be also like part of your life and your lifestyle. When you're a freelancer and you're building your own business, yeah, of course, it's like you need to have boundaries. That's why also, like, when you start scaling, I'm a firm believer you need to start delegating and bringing people to your team, for example, virtual assistants, you know but like, and you need to set the boundaries also for yourself, but at the end of the day, there's always be in the back of your mind, you're going to be thinking about your business and how to build it. It's not like 9 to 5 job, but then when you're at 5, like, you close the laptop and you say, "Oh, I'm done for today." I mean, maybe there are some people. I'm not.
I
There's
think
always some thoughts about it. Like, I don't finish at 5.
I think almost because I ask this question almost at every episode, and I think 60 to 70% people respond directly the same. So, but I think that's the I don't somehow engraved in this. I don't know, mission, being the entrepreneur, that you're going to get better and you're going to face problems, and that's in your blood. Otherwise, you would find a nice 9 to 5 job where you could, I don't know, do just that what other tell you to do, and not figuring it out by yourself.
Yeah, that's not me. Like, yeah, that's no way. I would get so bored. That wouldn't be for me. And like, even like in my private life, I love to like learn new stuff and like grow in every direction I can. So I always knew that I don't want to work for someone else. I want to help others. I want to help other businesses. I want to be like vital part of their business, but I don't want to work for someone as like having a boss. I want to be a partner to someone, and help them grow their business.
So right now, do you think you're living your dream life?
Oh yeah, I do. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are still days like when it's hard and I can cry. And I'm like, why am I doing this? But
Mhm.
most of the days, like, yeah, I'm traveling Southeast Asia. I bought one-way ticket like half year ago.
Mhm.
And I mean, I still work. There are the day like there were months, for example, like November and December, like I didn't have weekends. I was working also on the weekends. But when you wake up and you work for yourself and you know for who you're doing it, it wasn't a problem. I didn't see it like as a bad thing. I was tired, and it was hard,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't change it for anything. Because on the other hand, I can take off whenever I can. I mean, whenever like my finances allow me. Yeah, in theory, whenever I can, like, I don't have someone telling me when I can and when I can't.
Mhm. So is this? Would you say this is the most rewarding part of this of being entrepreneur? That you are in charge and you can work as hard as you want and under your conditions.
Yeah, setting my own rules, and I think also like helping others, like either like if it's like from me helping my clients with their business, or me helping other women become virtual assistant. I think that's like the most rewarding part. And of course, like the lifestyle that I built for myself, like just the option that I can do it, because like I could say, I mean, it's crazy to say, but I'm the first woman in my generation that can do that, actually, you know? Like my mom couldn't do that. My grandma couldn't do it, you know, but I can. I can build my own business. I can travel. I can do whatever I want, basically, you know?
Mm.
And yeah, I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, I think, and I always say that today is the best day ever in history to build a business and live on your terms. So whoever has this in his blood or her, go there. Uh, and if they're from Slovenia, they can start with you, with your cohort. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
uh, did you have any mentors or coaches, and or what was the best business advice you received?
Yeah, I had. I mean, don't do it. I mean, you can do it alone, but you can go way further if you have a community and you have like, and I started with Maya Voye and Tim Bence were my first mentors, you know, how to
Mhm,
build like a freelance business, you know. And then I was surrounding myself. I was working in Impact Hub Ljubljana. So I was
mhm,
surrounding myself with other people there, you know, like
mhm,
always having a community. Also, like when I came to Asia, first few months, like I took time for myself, you know. But
mhm.
then like I needed to surround myself like with entrepreneurs, like sharing ideas and stuff. So I think like it's gonna be way easier and you're gonna go way faster, because like you don't need to do all the mistakes by yourself, you know. You don't need to do all the digging by yourself, you know, all the research by yourself. You
Mhm.
can find a community and you can share the problems and challenges, and like it's way easier. Because at the
Mhm.
beginning I tried to do it everything with myself, and it's not easy. It's really not. Like, don't be stubborn. Self help, really. It's nothing wrong with that, really.
Yes, and I think even in Slovenia, though we are, uh, uh, we were communist country before, and we are. I don't know. We see success and entrepreneurship a bit or a lot different than in England or America and things like that. But there's becoming great environment even to for the entrepreneurs and startups and things like that. So yes, I think you are right here about this. And how would you say is the easiest way to find those people and start to build a community or build your circle where you can say and ask people when you are in doubt, where you have questions, how to do that?
So first, just go to people that you follow and admire and just DM them. Like, you're gonna be surprised how many people are gonna be happy that you do that, and they're gonna give you hand and help you for free, you know, not even like to pay, you know.
Yeah.
And second, like for example, like I did that in Slovenia. I saw that there is like, because when I started, like I was one of the rare virtual assistants in Slovenia, you know, there was no one else, and I was like, I don't want to be alone. Like, I want to have other women like doing the same stuff, sharing the troubles. So from that, like I created like a few months ago, I created like a Facebook group, Virtual Assistant Slovenia.
Hmm.
And I just made a post the other day in that group that like I don't see women as a competition. Like the market is so small in Slovenia, and not even in Slovenia, your virtual assistant, basically your whole internet is in your palm, you know?
Yeah.
So why would we see each other as a competition?
Hmm.
Let's just like have fun and like let's just have our own community. So I decided to build a Facebook group, and like there I think there are like now 340 women inside, and we share like I'm doing that, you know, like in stories. Like
Right.
they're still a bit shy. I'm waiting for a few of them to get a courage and maybe share also a bit more of themselves, you know. But
Hmm.
yeah, I built it to there, like so that we help each other and that we don't see it as a competition, because I don't think we are. It's
Yeah.
not possible. There are so many businesses that need help. Like there's no reason to hide your secrets and like how you do stuff, it doesn't make sense, like really.
Mhm. Yes, exactly. I have a podcast with Yasmin Alic on Sunday, and he's a great community builder, and he also believes in this sharing everything, because uh, I also believe that this way you always set higher standards, because if you share everything this is the bottom level. I have to level up to share something more valuable and better. And also, I think, yes, the community is the communities are the future somehow.
Yeah, especially now in AI age and like all this content and noise, I think like connecting people and building a real true communities, like it's gonna be the future. Yeah.
Excellent. We're half an hour in. Any final thoughts?
Oh, I'm so happy that you invited me. I really like this chat. Like,
Good. Yeah. Okay, then let's wrap it up. And thank you. It was informative. It was great, and I liked it. And have a nice rest of the day. It's almost midnight at your place, if I
yeah, yeah,
recall
it's
correctly.
midnight. I'm gonna go to bed slowly. Yeah.
Okay, then good night and have
Yeah.
fun.
Thank you so much. Have a nice
Yeah,
day. Bye
bye.
bye.